Okay, so this is example number 5 from lecture number 20 over section 6.6, which is frames and machines. And we've got another example where a frame is supporting a 50 kilogram cylinder. So let's calculate that real quick. So the weight of the cylinder is going to be 50 kilograms times 9.81, which is going to be 490.5 newtons. So that's the force of this cylinder. So now I'm going to look at member ABC with the pulleys in it. So I've got point A over here on the left, and it is a pin connection, so I'm going to have a vertical component, and I'm going to have a horizontal component, and we're just assuming the directions. And then around this first pulley at B is a rope, which you can see I've already got drawn across the top. So coming down, I'm going to have this tension force, which is the same as C, right? Because the rope goes all the way along here. So the tension in this rope is going to be the same throughout. So the tension is going to be the weight, 490.5. And then I've also got a rope coming down on the other side of the pulley at C, which is also 490.5 newtons. And then the only other thing I've got to consider is that I have a pin joint here at C that is holding some weight. There is a pin at B, but it is just supporting the pulley. So at C, we're supporting the rod that's coming in. So we're going to have a vertical component, because it's like a pin, and a horizontal component. So I'm going to have a CY and a CX, and that's going to be my free body diagram. So right now, looking at this, I have 4 unknowns. So I'm not going to be able to solve for all the unknowns with this free body diagram. I'm going to have to do some more work. But let's solve for the things we can solve for to start with. So if I sum the moments about point A, I'm going to get C of Y. C of X goes through point A. This line of action goes through. So if I sum the moments about point A, I can ignore the forces at A. I've got that 490.5, that first one, which is negative, and it is 0.8 meters away. And then I've got C of X doesn't have any impact. And then I've got 490.5 also in the negative direction at the end. And so that's all the way out. So that's 1.6. But it also shows, don't forget that it shows that this pulley is 100 millimeters, which means that I need to account that this rope, there's this little distance here of 0.1 meters. So it is actually going to be a distance of these 1.6 plus that 0.1. And then the only other thing we have is C of Y, which is 1.6. Y equals 0. So I can solve that for C of Y. I get that C of Y equals 735.75 newtons. And it is positive, so it's in the direction we assumed. So now I can sum the forces in the y direction and get A of y. So let's do that. Let's sum the forces in the y direction and solve for A of y. So I'm going to have, I assumed A of y going up. I have negative 490.5 going down. And I have a C of y going up, so that's going to be positive 735.75. And then I've got the other 490.5 going down. And so that is going to give me that A of y is positive, so I assumed correctly, and it is 245.25 newtons. So that's part of my answer. If I sum the forces in the x, I'm not going to get an answer, but I'm going to get something that might be helpful. So I'm going to still do it. I'm going to solve for the forces in the x direction equals 0. And all I'm going to get, the only two forces I have in the x direction are A of x and C of x. So I'm going to get that A of x equals C of x. And I assumed their directions being opposite, so hopefully that is correct. So now I have to stop there and go on to the member at from D to the cylinder. So this is that member. So when I'm looking at that member from D to C, so this is C, and this is D. So this is my free body diagram of member CD. So when I look at member CD, I've got the reaction forces at C. Now remember, I have to assume they are opposite of what I had them on the other drawing. So I assume that C of x was to the right. So that means on this one, I'm going to have C of x to the left. I assumed that the C of y was vertical, which it was correct. That means on this one, it's going to be straight down, and I know it is 735.75 because I just solved for that. So I know that. I've got a force from the tension in the rope in the middle going straight up. And I know the tension in the rope is 490.5 newtons. And since it is a cable, it can only go in one direction. It has to be up. And then the last thing I've got is the pin connection at D. So I've got a vertical component at D, and I've got a horizontal component at D. I'm going to assume their directions. May be correct, may not. And then I'm going to start our equilibrium equations. The first one I'm going to do is sum the moments about point D, because that's where I have two forces. Now when I look at this, I have three forces and I have three equations. So I can solve for everything now that I have all of the equations. So let's sum the moments about point D plus sum the moments about point D and solve for that C of x. So at D, I've got the 490.5 Newton force in the positive direction, and its perpendicular distance is 0.8 minus 0.1, because I can't forget that distance of the pulley. Oh, by the way, I made that mistake up here. I meant to tell you that. If you're up here and you didn't get the right number, it's because I needed to have the 0.8 and subtract 0.1. And I forgot to do that, because just like the other pulley, both of the pulleys are 100 millimeters, which means that there's a distance between the rope and the pulley on both of these. So I need to take that into account. So there was an error there. So I have fixed it now. It wasn't just 0.8, it was 0.8 minus 0.1. That should give you the right number. Anyway, back to the other problem. So that 490.5 happens at the 0.8 minus 0.1 from D. And then I've got the vertical component of 735.75, which is in the negative direction. 735.75, and it is all the way at the end. So it is going to be 1.6 away. And then the only other force I have is C of x, which is going to give me a positive moment. And its distance is that whole vertical distance, which is 1.2, equals 0. So when I solve that, I get that C of x equals 694.875 newtons. I was positive, so I assumed correctly. But that means A of x is also the direction I assumed. But A of x equals C of x, as we solved for up above. So now I know that A of x equals 694.88 in the direction I've got shown on the diagram above. So that's solved. So now we've solved for all of A. So now let's solve for the forces at D. So let's do the x direction first. Doesn't matter this time. So the sum of the forces in the x direction equals 0. I said D of x was positive. And the only other force I've got is C of x in the negative, which I know C of x, because I just solved for it, is 694.875. That equals 0, which means that D of x also equals 694.88 newtons. And the direction I assumed was correct because it is positive. All right, and last, we're going to do the sum of the forces in the y direction equals 0. I've got D of y in the positive direction. I've got the 490.5 in a positive direction, and I've got the 735.75 in the negative direction, which gives me D of y equals 245.25 newtons. My last answer. I solved for everything it asked for. All right, so that is that problem.